Okay. All right, so welcome to gentle Hatha. So we'll get started in a seated position today, so you can sit however you're comfortable. And just go ahead and close the eyes. You can sit up nice and straight. So if you want to prop something underneath your hips, you can use a block. If you don't have blocks, maybe a blanket or a pillow or something, just to elevate the hips above the knees. Again, eyes will gently close. Rest the hands wherever they're comfortable. And just take the first few moments of your practice simply to breathe. How does it feel to rest in stillness, in silence? And as you enter this place, as you begin your practice, just notice what starts to come up. What parts of the body begin to wake up or be stressed? Maybe you feel some tension, maybe you feel a sense of release. Notice what, if any, thoughts come into the head. And see if you can just observe them passing through. And can you hear the sound of your own breathing? Hear this flow moving through the body. Maybe over time, each breath in becomes a little bit deeper, each breath out becomes a little bit longer. And start to just reflect on the past week, all the change that you've had to go through, given the situation that the whole world is in right now. And see if you can find some gratitude in that, something that you've learned, some way that you've grown. That's all. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Out through the mouth, let it go. Begin to just tuck the chin to the chest. The back stays nice and straight. Just getting a stretch through the back of the neck, maybe into the upper back. And ever so slowly, bring the right ear to the right shoulder. As you exhale, bring chin to chest. Slowly, left ear comes to the left shoulder. And with the breath out, coming back to center. One more time, right ear to the right. Back to center. And over to the left. And back to center. And bring the head back up to neutral. Then begin to roll through the shoulders a couple times. Nice and slow. Just starting to work our way down the body. Moving the other way. Letting the shoulders settle. As you breathe in, just sweep the arms up overhead. The palms can either face each other or touch. Just want the shoulders to be soft away from the ears. And just breathe here. Feel this length. Feel the hips root down, the fingertips reach up. Take a full breath in. Exhale, let the hands come down by the hips. And again, breathe in, lift it all up. Sweep the arms, maybe lift the gaze. And exhale, hands come back down. One more time, breathe in, sweep the arms. And exhale, hands come back down. And let's bring the hands to the knees. We'll find a cat-cow spine in a seated position. So as you breathe in, chest comes forward, lift the gaze. As you breathe out, curve the spine, drop the head, maybe straighten those arms as you hinge back, and continue here. Breathe in and breathe out, curve the spine. 2 more like this here. Inhale, lead with the chest, lift the gaze. Feel the shoulder blades come together. Exhale, reverse. Last one, in. And out. And then slowly come back to your neutral spine and walk those hands down in front of you. If you feel the hips disconnecting, go ahead and stop. And just let the forehead relax. The upper body just hinges forward. And then sliding those hands back up towards the body. Let's for a moment just straighten the legs. Shake out the knees a little bit, roll the shoulders, shake the head. And then we'll come crossing the legs in the opposite direction. And we'll bring those hands to the knees again. So here we're gonna breathe in, bring the chest forward, but we're gonna come off to the right side, circle back. And then come up the left side. So just moving in little circles, maybe big circles. Starting to warm up. Next time the chest comes forward, go ahead and reverse that circle. Just finding one more like this. And next time the chest comes forward, just go ahead and lock those hands down. Letting the chest melt down. Again, if you feel the hips disconnecting, then stop. Maybe the side is a little more open, maybe it's a little tighter, that's okay, either way. And then slowly slide those hands up towards the body. Roll the shoulders back. Bring the hands to heart center. Close the eyes if they're not already closed. And just take some time here to set an intention for your practice. Why do you come back to your mat? What is it that you hope to get from this practice today? How are you feeling? How is your breath? Take a breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. As you're ready, begin to blink the eyes open. We'll start to work our way onto all fours, coming to our tabletop, continuing to work our way down the body here. So spread those fingertips as wide as you can. And really focus on grounding through the fingertips. And we're going to warm up the wrists here. So begin to hinge forward, come off to the right side, almost back to a child's pose, and then up the left. Lots of these circular movements today. Move at your own pace. Keeping the hand rooted this whole time. And the next time you come up, go ahead and switch that circle, coming off to the left side, almost back to your child's pose, up to the right. See if you can match movement with the breath. Just feel this fluidity. And then coming back to tabletop. Let's maybe bring the right hand flipped so the fingertips point towards the toes. You can do one hand at a time, or you can have both. If it's a little intense, you can walk the knees a little bit more forward, or you can start to lean back, just starting to stretch out through the arms. And then bringing those palms back, fingertips facing forward. Just go ahead and sit back to a child's pose. Those knees can be together or apart. You can shake the wrist out a little bit if you need. And then just focus on letting the chest release down. Walk those fingertips out. And then begin to slide those hands up towards the body. So we'll come sitting on the knees. So if this is uncomfortable, bring a pillow, a block, a blanket underneath those hips. If this is really uncomfortable, you can just find a neutral seated position. But we'll sweep those arms up overhead. And let's first take a bend in the elbows. Focus on a lift of the chest. Keep the lower ribs tucked in. Spread wide through the fingertips. And then breathe in, extend the arms up. And we'll bring the right hand down by the right hip and just start to fall gently to the right side. If it's comfortable for the neck, you can bring that gaze up towards that left arm, relaxing through this right shoulder. Breathe in, come back to center, find some length in the spine all the way up through the fingertips, and then take it to the other side. Left hand grounds, falling to the left side, maybe bring that gaze up. Slowly coming back to center, arms reach. Bring the hands down to the mat, and then come up back to all fours, tabletop. We'll move into cat and cow here on all fours. So with the breath in, drop the belly, lift the gaze. With the breath out, curve the spine, drop the head. Continuing these movements here, make them slow movements. Make the breath deep, match those two things. Just feel every inch of the body working and moving, loosening and relaxing. And feel free to stay with this cat and cow, or come back to child's, and then come up and hinge forward almost to your cobra, letting those hips drop, chest lift. Breathe in, coming back, and then coming forward. Whether we're in cat and cow, we're finding this different sort of fluid movement, or matching with the breath. Let's find one more, wherever you are. And after that full cycle, we'll all come into our first downward dog. So finding that tabletop, and then tucking the toes, lifting the hips. As we work our way into the lower body, maybe you want to pedal out the legs here. Maybe stillness feels good and you want to focus on bending the knees, just feeling the chest melt down, belly come towards the thighs. Move in a way that feels good for your body to move. Finding stillness, let's just hold and breathe here. Can you feel grounding through the fingertips? Can you feel those hips lifting high? Feel how long the spine is, how open the chest is. Feel those heels sink. And then just slowly begin to walk those feet up to meet the hands. So coming to fold at the top of your mat. As you breathe in, lift your flat back hands to the shins or the thighs. And exhale, fold. As you fold, keep a soft bend in the knees. And again, breathe in, lift, find that length. Exhale, release. One more time, lifting halfway. Exhale, release. Keep that soft bend in the knees, head heavy, and slowly inch your way up to standing. Head will be the very last thing to rise as we come into our mountain pose. Just feel your feet connected to the mat. Can you lift the toes, spread them wide? Feel the arches engaged as you lower the toes back down. Broaden through the collarbones without letting the lower ribs pop out. Feel those shoulders soften away from the ears. Breathe in, sweep the arms. Exhale, bend in the elbows, goalpost arms. Keep the feet rooted, just take a little twist to the right. Slowly coming back to center. Take that same twist to the left. Back to center, release the hands down. Breathe in, sweep the arms. Exhale, fold forward. Keep a bend in the knees. Bring the belly to meet the thighs, the head hangs heavy. Inhale to your flat back, find length. And exhale, fold. We're just gonna hang in ragdoll here. So the head hangs heavy, arms can hang into blocks, maybe opposite elbows. The knees can stay bent, or you can straighten as long as we're not locking through the knees. And shake the head no. Shake the head yes. Maybe even rock the body side to side. And again, we'll soften those knees as slowly as you can, inch your way to standing. Feeling vertebrae on vertebrae stack. Till the head finally rises, we sweep those arms up and bring the hands to heart center, palms touch in front of the chest. Inhale, sweep the arm. Bring the arms out wide as you lead with the chest and fold forward. Lift halfway, flat back. Let's plant those hands, step the right foot back. So if you have blocks and you'd like to use them, feel free. And then from here, we'll just drop the back knee. You can untuck the toes, let the back foot be soft, and just find a little lift of the chest here. Feeling that right hip sink forward from both hips. Grounding through that left foot. Just breathe. And then let's go ahead and straighten that front leg. So we'll send the hips back. If you have anything underneath the hands, you can bring them back with you. As you just fold over that left leg. Breathing here. And again, we'll bend into that knee. Maybe this time you sweep those arms up overhead, working a little bit of balance. And again, we'll take that goalpost arm. Lifting gently through the chest, tiniest little back bend here. And then release those hands down by the sides. Breathe in, sweep it up, feel your arms move through space. Bring those hands back down to the mat. Let's slide the left knee back to meet the right, coming to tabletop. Take a minute and rock those hips out a little side to side. And then we'll come into downward dog here. So grounding the hands down, tucking the toes, lifting the hips. Just notice any difference you might feel between the two sides of the body. And then take a bend in the knees, gaze between the hands. Just take a little mindful walk to the top of your mat. Lift to that flat back, find that length, and fold forward. Breathe in, arms sweep all the way up. Take that bend in the elbows, goalpost arms, lower ribs tucked in here, core strong. So take your twist to the right. Coming back to center, over to the left. Back to center, arms reach. Exhale, fold, soft bend in the knees. Lift halfway, flat back. Hands down on the ground, step that left foot back. Dropping the back knee, softening through the toes. Using anything underneath the hands if you'd like, or those hands can stay grounded, maybe hover, maybe come to that right knee, mirroring whatever you did on the other side as you just let those hips sink. And slowly walk it back. So let's straighten through that front leg. Sending the hips back. Remember, we're not locking through the knees, so the knees should be soft. A little bend is always great if you're tight. And then bending back into the knee. Once that right foot is grounded, maybe this time you sweep the arms up. Softening through the shoulders. So if it means those hands are slightly in front of you, that's fine. And then either stay here or take that bend in the elbows. Feel the shoulder blades pull together. Find a gentle lift of the chest. Hands come down by the sides. Breathe in, sweep the arms. Exhale, hands come down. Slide that right knee back to meet the left tabletop. Let's drop the belly, lift the gaze. Dome the spine, drop the head. And come back to flat back here. Let's send just the right foot back. Breathe in here. As you exhale, curve the spine, bring the knee to the nose. Inhale, extend back out. Exhale, knee to nose, curve the spine. Inhale, extend. Knee to the nose. Maybe you can bring that right foot next to the right thumb. And again, we'll let those hips sink forward. And slowly straighten that front leg. Here we'll bend the knee. Tuck the back toe under, lift the knee. Back heel will spin down. Lift up to your warrior two. So if you need to widen your stance, go for it. Bending into that right knee. Knee tracks over the ankle. Upper body balance between the two legs, and then those arms extend. Soften through the shoulders. Activate those fingertips. And then flip your front palm. Just gently reverse that warrior. Left hand slides down the back leg. Right arm extends up towards the ceiling. Staying bent into that front knee, grounded through the front foot. See if you can still balance the weight equally between the feet. And slow transition to side angle. So right elbow, forearm, or hand comes down to the thigh. That left arm can extend straight up. Maybe it reaches overhead. Keep space on the right side body so we still have a gentle lift. We're not collapsing down. And then we'll lift back up, warrior two. As you exhale, windmill arms down, back heel spins up, drop the back knee, untuck the toes. Let's keep the left hand grounded. Bring the right hand to the low back as you start to stack right hip on top of, or shoulder on top of the left. Maybe extending that arm up overhead. Again, you can bring something sturdy underneath that left hand for a little bit of a lift. And then we'll slowly release that down. Again, we'll slide that right knee back to meet the left, finding a tabletop. Just shake it out, rock the hips, circle the spine, shake the head, find some movement that feels good. And we'll prepare for the other side. So sending that left foot back. First, activating the leg, finding a little bit of strength. And then as you exhale, curve the spine as you bring the knee in towards the nose. Inhale, extend back out. Straighten the spine. Exhale, curve, knee to the nose. Inhale, straighten and extend. Here we'll do the same thing, only this time we'll bring the left foot next to the left thumb. Grab hold of that shin, help it up if you need. Finding that gentle lift of the chest. And then a brief just straighten of that front leg. And again, bending back here. This time you tuck the back toe under, lift the knee. Back heel spins down. Start to lift up. Warrior two on the other side. Maybe you need to adjust to the feet. Ground equally through both feet. So left leg holding the weight of the body equally. Maybe you bring the shoulders up towards the ears and then really let them relax down. Feel those fingertips reach. Flip the palm, reverse your warrior. Nothing changes in the low body, the core is still strong. Just the upper body hinges as that right arm extends back and that left arm reaches. And coming to side angle, so feel that left forearm just ever so gently graze that thigh. Find a lift as you reach that right arm up. So we're not dumping too much weight into that left arm. It's almost hovering. There to support you, but we're not relying on it. Really tap into the strength in the legs and the mid body to stay lifted. And slowly lift up. And windmill those arms down. Back heel spins up. Drop the back knee and tuck the toes. Right hand inside that left foot. Left hand to the low back as you start to peel out to the left side. And maybe staying here or extending that left arm up. And release down. One last time, we'll slide left knee back to meet the right. Shake it out if you need, rock those hips. And then we'll come forward to a plank modification. So knees on the mat, but we're looking for one straight line from the head to the knees. And then bend into the elbows, let them graze the mid body as you lower down. Let's let the fingertips stay light by the mat, almost hovering on the ground. Press the tops of the feet. Inhale, lift head, neck, and chest. Keep the core strong. And exhale, chin taps. Breathe in and lift. Exhale, lower. One more time, lifting here. Maybe those hands hover as you hold. Just breathe, keep everything strong and active. And then we'll release back down, press into the hands, find tabletop. One last downward dog here, tuck the toes, lift the hips. And then bend into those knees, gaze between the hands, walk it to the top of the mat. Find your flat back, lift, hands to thighs or shins. And then release back down. Inhale, arms sweep all the way up, palms touch. Let's bring hands to heart center, bend the knees, drop the hips. Keeping shins parallel, whether the feet are together or not. Can you feel those shoulder blades hug together? This can be as light or as deep as you'd like, but try to ground through the base of the feet. So wiggling through the toes, maybe you can still see the toes over the knees. Start to build a little strength here in the thighs. Feel that heat. Let the breath become strong. Let's reach those arms out wide. Bring the right arm underneath the left, touching shoulders, backs of the hands or palms. Breathe in, lift. Exhale, hinge, elbows to meet the knees. Inhale, come back up. Sweep the arms up as you straighten the legs. Arms reach overhead. And again, chair pose, sit back down. Find that strength in the legs as you extend the arms out wide. And then left arm underneath the right, touching shoulders or backs of the hands, maybe the palms. Inhale, lift the arms. Exhale, hinge, elbows towards the knees. With control, coming back up. And then sweeping the arms up overhead as you straighten the legs. Bring the hands to heart center, close the eyes. Take a few rounds of breath here, just pause. And as you blink the eyes open, let your gaze rest somewhere steady as you come into tree pose. So palms at heart center to start. As you bring the bottom of the right foot to the ankle, maybe the shin or the thigh. Above or below the knee. And then from there, any variation of the arms that you'd like so they can release down, up. Maybe find that goalpost arm that we've been working with, or interlace the hands behind you. Maybe they just stay at heart center. There's no right, there's no wrong. What feels best for your body? And slowly unwind, right foot will lower. Take your time transitioning, spread through those right toes. Feel that arch of the foot activate. Bring the bottom of the left foot to ankle, to shin, or to thigh. Any variation of the arms that you'd like here. Decide what your body needs. Maybe you stick with what's comfortable and familiar because you need that. Maybe you want to explore outside of your comfort zone because you feel you need something different, something to change it up. Again, there's no right, there's no wrong. It's all, this practice is all about tapping into your body's needs. And we'll bring hands back to heart center, lower that left foot down. Coming to mountain pose, release the hands by the sides. Breathe in, sweep the arms. And again, fold forward, soft bend in the knees. Lift halfway, flat back. Plant those hands, step it back to tabletop. So feet come back and then those knees drop. And we'll find a nice sturdy spine here. So belly button in towards the spine, shoulder blades together. And just feel strength. And again, we'll extend the right foot back. This time the toes can rest on the mat, or you can lift. Either way, that left arm will come out in front of you. Whether those toes are lowered or lifted, we're still working. That leg is still active and strong. Just breathe here. Can you bring that left hand down to the mat? Right toes tap the mat if that leg is lifted. The leg will stay straight. We'll bring the inside of the right foot down. Maybe that left foot tracks behind you as you stack right hip on top of left. Feel that right arm reach. Coming into a plank variation here. And feel free to stay just as you are. If you want to bring a little bit more movement in here, you can start to lift up, standing up, sliding that right hand down the right leg as the left arm reaches up. wherever you are. On the exhale, we'll come back to tabletop. So both hands on the mat, both knees together. And find a little shake of the hips, rocking it out. And we'll come to the other side. So left foot extends back. Again, toes can rest on the mat, or you can lift. If we lift, don't lift so high that we jump into the back. I'm going to keep that belly button in towards the spine. And then that right arm comes out in front of you. So let the palm face in, let the toes point down, just to keep that strength through the whole body. And just breathe. Feel the fingertips reach forward and heel reach back, length from the whole body. And then just the right hand lowers, left toes tap the mat, inside of the left foot comes down. Again, right foot contract behind you for balance. As that left hip stacks on top of the right, reach that left arm up. And then maybe staying right here, or if you did on the other side, go ahead and lift up, standing on the legs. Left hand slides down the left leg as the right arm reaches up. And wherever you are, using your exhale to come all the way back to tabletop. Both hands on the mat, knees back in line with each other. Shake it out. And then let's come back to a child's pose. If you'd like a stretch for the bottoms of the feet, you can tuck the toes as you sink back towards the heels and just walk those arms out, let the chest melt down. Use this as a chance just to slow down. Come back to your breath, back to your body. And slowly lifting up to all fours and working your way to a seated position. Extending the legs straight out. And let's take a bend in the knees. And then just go ahead and extend those arms up overhead. And feel this length from the fingertip to the hip, that nice straight line. And just begin to hinge from the hips. Keep that straight line. Full breath in. Exhale, release all the way down, folding forward. You can keep that bend in the knees or straighten the legs, hands to the thighs, shins, ankles, or feet. Just surrender into this forward fold. We'll slide the hands up the legs. Take a bend in the right knee. Right foot can stay on the inside of the leg, or you can cross it over. Left hand or arm will wrap around that right knee, and that right hand will come behind you. So here, growing tall through the spine, right hand is there just as a reminder for the spine to stay long. Every exhale, just bringing out the body, settling into this twist. Maybe that gaze tracks over the left shoulder. And slowly twist back to center. Take a little counter pose to the left. Just evening out the spine. And then coming back to center, right leg will extend out. Same thing other side, take a bend in the left knee, either staying or crossing over. Right arm rests, left hand behind you. Work with the breath, every breath in, growing tall, feeling the crown of the head lengthen. Every breath out, releasing into the twist. And twisting back to center. Take your counter pose to the right, just opening out to the opposite side. And coming back to center. Uncross the leg, bring the right foot in to meet the left. Bring the hands slightly behind you and just find a lift of the chest here. So a nice even back bend. Lift the gaze. And maybe stay here with the hips rooted, or you can begin to lift the hips off the mat, coming into an upward table. And we'll lower the hips down if they're lifted. We'll all let the knees fall out to either side, bottoms of the feet touch. Bring the hands maybe to the shins, ankles, or feet. You can scoot the feet closer or further from the body. Maybe you peel those feet open like you're reading the pages of a book. Let the elbows guide the knees down, and you can stay upright or begin to hinge until you feel an opening through the inner thighs. Leading with the chest. Just breathe into this opening here. And if you've hinged, we'll rise our way up, guiding those knees together. And then work your way all the way onto the back. But lying flat on the back. Once you're there, extend the feet long, point the toes, reach the arms up overhead, stretch from fingertip to toe tip. Take a deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. And then hug the knees into chest. And just begin to rock a little side to side. We'll bring those feet down to the mat and come into our hips here. So right ankle over the left knee. And feel free to just stay right here. With that right hand, you can ever so gently guide away. Or you can bring that left knee in toward the chest. Maybe those hands interlace underneath the left thigh. I bring that right hand through. Keeping those feet flexed, the upper body relaxed. Just breathe. Feel your body letting go a little bit more with every breath that you take. And begin to bring that left foot down. Extend the right leg straight up and maybe let it hang in space or take hold with any point of the leg that you can comfortably reach. leading with the heel. Just lower that leg all the way down, feeling it move through space. How slowly can you move? When you're ready, bring the right knee in to meet the left. And then gently crossing left ankle over the right knee. Either staying here, using that left hand to ever so gently push that knee away. Or guiding that right knee into chest, maybe left hand through the space between the legs and both hands interlaced underneath the right thigh. Keeping the feet flexed, upper body relaxed. If it's comfortable to do so, you can even close the eyes. Focus on slowing down. So breathing slowly. Feeling the slow breath. Bring a wave of relaxation through the body, some stillness into the mind. We'll gently lower that right foot down, extending the left leg straight up and either hanging in space or taking hold at any point in the leg you can reach without straining the upper body. So this isn't meant to be anything intense. It's all very gentle, very soft. And then release that hold, leading with the heel as slowly as you can. Lower that left foot all the way down to the mat. Just feeling your leg move through space. And then slowly bending the left knee in to meet the right. Bring the feet wide, about the distance of the mat. Let your knees come together. Feel the low back just release. And you can stay here or windshield wiper the legs back and forth. The arms can be on the body out wide, or you can take that goalpost arm. Just feel the low back work out against the mat beneath you as you shift and move side to side. One more time each side. And then we'll slowly bring those feet back in toward one another. And let's extend the left leg straight out. Hug the right knee into chest. And just really hug that knee in, maybe rock it a little side to side, circle it around. And then we'll come into a twist. So if you'd like to scoot those hips over to the right side, go for it. Using that left hand, guide the right knee across the body. You can feel free to place a blanket or pillow underneath some part of that leg for a little bit of support. Letting that right arm come out to the side. The gaze can stay straight up. Maybe it tracks over that right shoulder. And bringing the knee back to center, the gaze back to center. Right foot comes down to the mat. Bring the hips back to center if they run off to the side. And let that right knee fall out to the right side, finding a reclined tree pose. To the bottom of the right foot, anywhere along that left leg. Just feel that hip fall open. Hands rest wherever they're comfortable. And slowly bringing right knee back in. Extend the right leg straight out. Take a bend in the left knee, bring it in toward the chest. Rocking side to side or circling that knee around. And then coming into twist on the other side. So maybe scooting those hips over and then using that right hand to guide the left knee across the body. Bringing that left arm out to the side at any angle. Gaze is resting wherever it's comfortable. Just breathe. Bringing the left knee back to center, left foot down to the mat, hips back to center if they've moved, and then let the left knee fall out to the left side. Just feeling that hip fall open in your reclined retreat pose. Bringing the knee back to center. We'll extend the left leg straight out. Take this time to find any final movements you feel your body might need to relax. If you'd like any layers or props for your Savasana, feel free to take those now. And then just settling into a comfortable position, whatever that may look like for you today. We just want the spine to be long and supportive, the body evenly balanced between sides. So those hands can rest wherever they're comfortable. If you haven't already done so, go ahead and close the eyes. And start to just tap into the natural rhythm of your breath. So letting go of this need to control or change or alter the rhythm, the depth of the breath, but still being fully present in that. Feeling your chest and belly rise as you breathe in. And sink as you breathe out. And as you breathe out, feeling little bits of tension begin to release. You can imagine that breath moving to these tiny little areas and spaces and pockets in the body where we're holding on to something. And just feel this sense of release, this softening as you exhale. It's okay for the mind to wander. Just try not to engage in those thoughts. Recognize that you are thinking. And then gradually bring your awareness back to that breath. We'll take the rest of this Savasana in silence together. So just know you don't have anywhere to be, you have nothing to do. For the next few moments, we'll all just rest in this place together. Slowly take a breath in and out. Keeping the eyes closed and the body still, just feel yourself start to become awake and alert, reconnecting with the space around you. Gently wiggling fingers and toes when you're ready and feeling each movement that you make. And then we'll bend gently into the knees and make your way to your right side. Taking these last few moments of your practice just to thank yourself for showing up today exactly as you are. And slowly propping yourself up to a seated position. Allow the eyes to remain closed. Bring the hands to heart center. We'll take one final breath in and out. And I thank you for sharing your practice with me today. Namaste. Thank you, God.
Thank you, Tori.
Thank you. Oh, that lighting just got a lot better.
Thanks, Tori.
Thank you. See ya. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
You feeling better?
A little bit.
Good. Was your son popping in there?
Yeah, that's why I turned it off.
Cute.
We need to get back into our room.
Yeah. I miss the studio.
Yeah.
Soon
Yeah.
enough.
I
Well,
love
thank-
your bunny. Your bunny's so cute.
Oh, thank you. I know it's me. I just love him so much.
What?
What's the
What's
bunny's name?
Charles.
That's great.
He's so cute. I thought he was sick earlier this week. We had to take him to the vet. Hi, but he's fine. How you doing?
That's great. I'm glad he's okay.
I know. I had like a mental breakdown on Tuesday. I thought he was going to die. It was great.
Oh.
But he's fine. I think he just forgot how to be a bunny. He remembers. Bye. Miss you guys.
Bye.
I miss our class together as one.
Together, Elizabeth, together. I miss our girls all together. But we're
What?
together now.